Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to Undercover ET. Guys, today we are going to be visiting the Crop Circle Centre in Pewsey, Avebury, Wiltshire. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, guys. I've been here before. I've met Monique, and she's a lovely lady. She runs a lovely establishment, and there's a lot of information in there, guys. So we're just walking up. Doesn't look like much of anything. Doesn't look like as much of anything here either. There we have it, guys. Crop Circle Centre. Let's have a look inside. Alright, so this is what we've got going on as you walk in. I think Monique's actually on the way in as well, so let's see. There's the front desk. Look at that for a picture. Just get a close in on that. Wow. Look at that. So there's loads of information in it, guys. How to identify an authentic crop circle. Here we go, guys. This is going to be some useful information. Look at that. Flipping amazing. I mean, apart from the fact that some of these are bigger than 4 football pitches and would take an army to do at night, and get perfect would be very difficult. Man-made crop circles, an undeniable part. Yeah, I mean, of course, people are making crop circles, but at the same time, humans are making UFOs as well now, and this is the problem we both face. Look at this, and this here just talks about the 2 guys that admitted or put their hands up to making crop circles in 1978. Okay, but as you know, the idea of someone making crop circles in the first place does come from the real thing. And so, as you can see, these are man-made. We'll just go into, you can see this one here, man-made. So look, it says here, figure 5, crop circles made in front of BBC camera, 1998. A small set of unexplained circles appeared in the same field on the same night. Heritage Lottery funded land art project in a field in Yatesbury, Wiltshire, 2012, figure 4 and 5, Frank Luman. So this one was actually funded. And you can see how it's not as tidy, guys. You know, a good job, but not as tidy. This one's quite good. Hello, Kitty. Figure 2, crop circular birthday greeting to Hello Kitty, made in 2004 in a field near Yatesbury, Wiltshire. Photo, Lucy Pringle. Look at that. And then you've got this one here. Advertising with crop circles, commissioned by Mitsubishi in 1998, Alton Barnes, Wiltshire. Photo at Werner Anderhub. You know, look at that. That's good work. It's good work. So anyway, guys, crop circles are absolutely man-made as well. People do go to work, and you can see here, there's the old newspaper article of the 2 chaps that claimed they made the crop circles. You know, and no doubt they can be made. You know, people have been filmed doing them, but at the same time, I think they jumped on a story that wasn't all theirs. I think that's what's happened, guys. And there's a hell of a lot more information as well, guys. I really recommend, if you can, or if ever you get to the UK, I really recommend that you visit this place. "1990, the start of a new era in modern crop circle history." Here we go. I think a lot of people will recognise this crop circle.
what causes the circles is a matter of intense debate. Some blame hoaxers, who they claim flatten the crops by night. Others think badgers.
Seems to me that these guys are being as transparent as they can be, and this is fantastic. Let's have a look. Circles on the ground, some intriguing examples. Wow. Wow. Look at that, guys.
Given the current fascination with crop circles, the debate over their origin
That's flipping mad.
some time.
By the end of June, crop circles in wheat start to appear. Wow. And this was the same sort of field that I was in last year. It was a wheat field. Some crop circles reappear after they have been harvested. This is described as the ghost phenomenon. Ghost crop circles are relatively rare and not much is known about this phenomenon, except for photos and anecdotal reports. Amazing. Alright guys, so I've been allowed access upstairs. I'm sure a few people have been up here before, but this is the Crop Circle Centre upstairs. My god, there's a lot of information, guys. There's also some exciting news as well. I've been invited to the 25th anniversary of one of the most famous crop circles in history. And yeah, we're all going to head down. It's a 3-day event. I'm going to help Monique and promote what she does here. And hopefully we're going to build up a nice big crowd of people that'll be all filming the skies soon. Let's hope. But guys, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can get rid of my ugly mug for a moment, because this is an amazing sight right here. Check it out. So come upstairs. And then what we have, starting on our left, worldwide phenomena. Okay. And I love this because they don't just acknowledge the fact that it's happening here, which is the, you guessed, the home of crop circles, but they acknowledge it happens worldwide. Not only that, they're pinning it on the map, which is awesome. I'm just going to go down to some of these crop circles here. Look at that. There's so much information, guys, so if you want to read any of this, stop the video at any point. But there is a lot more to go over. So, check that one out. The Crown Crop Circle, discovered in the early morning of 31st of July 1999 near Roundway, Wiltshire, UK. I've been there. I know Roundway. Look at that. That's flipping mental. Wow. It's flipping madness. Crop circle history, not modern phenomena only. Yeah. This goes back a while, guys. This goes back quite a while. There's 2 more plaques here. Ancient crop circles from above. We can only guess how ancient crop circles looked from above. The according to the descriptions in legends, folklore, old documents, and the illustrations of the first academic attempt to explain crop circles, 1686, by Robert Plot. They were mainly straight ordinary circles, occasionally surrounded by a ring. There may have been some already in geometrical arrangements. In Figure 1, the large photo of 2 of today's examples. Wow. There's a few scratches on this thing, guys, but that's flipping awesome. Monique, thank you so much for having me over at your establishment. It's amazing what we've seen here today. I've got a few questions that the audience is going to want to know these questions. I know if I was sat there, I'd be like, just ask the question. So the first question I'm going to start off with is the big one.
Yes.
How long have you been doing this for, and do you know what the phenomena is?
Well, I'm doing this since 2007. Well, that was when the crop circles came on my path.
Sure.
Of course, this took a lot of time, but it started for me in 2007. Someone showed me a picture of a crop circle, and that was basically it in a nutshell. Went to Wiltshire, fell in love with the county, and thought there is something needed also to keep this for future generations. So basically we're having the center downstairs where we communicate the latest crop circles if they are accessible. We direct people, we are in communication with farmers, and then upstairs you can learn a lot about the crop circle phenomenon. But the big question, who you mean who makes them?
Yeah. I mean, well, the big question is, do you know who they are, like what they are, where, how? I mean, have you got that a final answer yet?
No. To be honest, no. We have all kind of theories. Obviously, there are some man-made. The interesting thing about the man-made ones is that when they make them, they also experience strange things like light phenomenon, like sounds, like sudden additions to their creations. So that tells me there is a form of contact, but we don't know the origin of the contact, whether it's extraterrestrial, whether it's paranormal, whether spirit, nature, maybe it's all interconnected.
Right.
We don't have the final answer to it, but we have a whole board with possible explanations. For me, it is every year a confirmation. There's more going on than just people with planks and ropes. But
sure,
I cannot explain. I don't know the origin. But if you see the footage of the big balls of light that are hovering above the fields and that seem to have a kind of intelligence and are visiting and revisiting crop circles, whether they have made them or not, but we know those huge balls of light, UAPs as they have been called now, are involved in the phenomenon.
In that video, they're clearly present when that was happening.
Absolutely, yeah. And so when formation is in the field, we try to put a camera over there and see if there has been some balls of light. Recently, one of the people who is helping, he made a drone from the latest formation on Wadden Hill, and there was again a ball of light he captured on camera. So
wow.
Yeah, so that's what we get back, and since everyone has cameras over now, we really have the evidence of those balls of light.
Sure. You can understand why a lot of people believe these are earthly beings.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they're not, from what people are reporting, they're not coming down from the sky to make these, they're appearing.
Yes, they are appearing,
from the field themselves.
Yes. Yeah, well, we don't know. Honestly, we don't know.
That's the bit.
I mean, for over 45 years, people have tried to catch the phenomenon on camera. And for some reason, it fails. Well, we have this, the one thing, the Oliver's Castle footage.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it seems as if it doesn't want to be catched on camera. Because every time there is a crop circle in the field and a camera was pointed towards them, there is a reason it wasn't on camera, whether the camera failed, whether someone took the camera, whether whatever reason, but it's all the crop circle. There are lots of cameras and it happens in just the other field, so very strange.
Yeah, I realised the challenge as well, because I've said recently to the audience that I wanted to capture either someone making the crop circle or something making the crop circle. Yeah. And I guess to do that you've got to be out in the middle of nowhere at midnight and just hope for the best all night.
Yeah. We have, by the way, there are many, well, quite many, like 300 people who have witnessed authentic crop circle being formed. 50 of them are really reliable, and they have one thing in common. It happened in a matter of seconds, minutes, and there was this invisible force that puts down the crops. But you know, people are so overwhelmed when something is happening like that they simply forget to take their camera. That's also something.
This is something I've tried to bypass by just filming all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
Right, but that is a lot of memory, time, battery life.
Yes.
And so I've started to feel this now myself. I've got a lot of files now that I need to go through because it's getting too much. So I understand why people don't do it, and of course when it happens, the last thing you think about is actually getting your camera when you're too busy just going, wow, what's happening in front of me. And then also you've got the issue, is the camera going to pick it up? I can talk to you about that in more detail, but there are, I think, reasons as to why certain cameras don't pick them up.
Yes.
Same with the UFO phenomena. But I was looking, what I found interesting is you've got a board here regarding man-made crop circles, which is great because you're open about what is.
Absolutely, this is neutral. The whole we're showing facts.
Yes.
And I don't want to convince anyone. I just want to show the facts, and it's really lovely to see people walking in not knowing about the phenomenon, or even skeptical people, and they visit the exhibition and then they leave in wonder. And I mean, that's so lovely. And I mean, wonder is the basis of science, so that's where it all starts.
Yes, and this definitely breaks that code of science as well in that sense. It takes wonder to even begin to understand what's going on. The reason why I bring it up is it's really important that you're open and honest about the man-made ones as well. But it's exactly the same as the UFO topic in the sense that they've got man-made UFO craft that they've re-engineered.
Yes.
And then we've got the real ones. You know, and so how do you establish which is ones are real? Because they're all the way up there and they're not on the ground, which is different to the crop circles. You can understand which ones are man-made, Hello Kitty and the car. You know. So that's basically it. That's the difference between a real one and a, you know, you can tell the difference.
Well, very important is the time frame, because people can actually make quite impressive circles if it's a skilled team and if they have enough time. For example, in 2016, already 10 years ago, they had a week to create a crop circle. Farmer was involved. The result was very well done, but that's because you have a lot of time. So the things that happen overnight or in a matter of an hour or during daytime, like the famous Julia said, you can't explain that.
Too complicated, too much. In fact, one question to ask you, and I'm going to bring the camera over for this. I want to go back to the man-made one a second. So this one here says BBC, it was made in front of a BBC camera.
Yes.
Do you know which one of the two sets turned up afterwards?
Oh, sorry, those three little ones.
Oh, wow. So these were both made by man, and then these little ones turned up after.
I'm pretty sure about this one. I'm now doubting this one, but these, because I wasn't there at the time, these three were turned up.
Wow. I was going to say, that's a really impressive job for man-made.
Yes. Oh, yes, but there are skilled teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was that done in a day, do you know, or?
I think, yes, that was during daytime.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder what the timescale was to create that.
I can find out if you like.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know. I wouldn't imagine it was done in an hour.
No way. No way.
Yeah.
The same team has made a crop circle, I think about 10 years later, and it took them all day, and it was about the same scale and look.
But it would take all day, for sure, and a team.
Day. Yes. Yeah,
and that's what baffled me about the Sutton Vini one, because it's like you can't get in, you can't get out. If you could, you would need more than 3 or 4 of you.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then how would they get in and out?
And how it was positioned with the trees, it was just stunning.
Yeah, in line with the trees at night and perfect. Trees. It just made no sense to me when I got there. Let's talk a little bit about, if we just go over to, talk about a little bit about something over here, and then we'll talk about the event. The 25-year anniversary.
Yes.
Have you got a picture of that one up here? I know there's one downstairs.
This one, you mean?
Oh, sorry, there it is. It's right there. Perfect. So let's talk about that now, actually, while we're here. Faces in the Fields. Now, this is a 25-year anniversary coming up, right?
Yes.
Tell me about this one.
Well, first of all, it happened 2 days only after the huge galaxy on top of Milk Hill. And what happened, so you have this Chilbolton telescope in Hampshire, and first they saw a rectangular pattern in the field, and it didn't give much notice because at that time the crop circles weren't rectangular, they were always round. They had crop circles before, so not much notice was given because it looked like a mess and it was rectangular. Then 6 days later another rectangular appears, and that's where they decided to inform crop circles. So the first crop circle researchers. So the first person who flew over was, on the top of my head, Lucy Pringle.
Mm-hmm.
She approached it from the north and she couldn't make up what it was. But when she developed the photo, in those days you needed to go
Sure.
to develop them, it was just a face staring at her. Look at this. It's just
and that's a bird's eye view, exactly.
Yes, and if you look on ground level, it's just stunning.
Actually, look, if that's correct detail, there's some big eye sockets on that.
Yeah.
On that face right there. But maybe that's just to make it stand out. But that's amazing work.
And then she recognized this. Well, it looks a bit like a carpet, but like a computer chip or whatever. She sent it to Paul Vigay.
That looks like something NASA would send out to space.
Exactly, and then it looked like the message that was sent out in space in 1974.
Yeah, the human message out to.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Except there were some differences.
Mm-hmm.
We have all explained it here. You could make an entire exhibition out of this.
I know.
event.
I could spend too much time here.
But I will just point out 2 things.
Yep.
So the medium we said we were communicating with is a telescope. This is in the message.
Right.
And the reply, so to say, gave this. So we were thinking, what? And then Paul Vigay came up with the crop circle that happened exactly 1 year before this, also in front of Chilbolton.
Wow.
So there was, and then also, this is us communicating
with
and
them.
this is the reply.
Wow.
So
What?
think of this. I mean, like I said, I could make an entire exhibition out of this one.
That's incredible. That is incredible.
Yeah. So, and this is another example of faces in the field,
Yeah.
actually discovered by my daughter. And you have this feeling it must represent something, but we didn't know what. And then again, it was found out that if you put them on top of each other, superimpose them, a face emerged. A face which, it resembles the Turin shroud. Well, think of that. I'm now standing on the aerial view of it. All those dots, they were perfectly creating this.
Wow. That's huge.
Yeah, huge.
And you said that
And perfectly executed with all the dots and all the lines that created this face. Yeah.
I mean, I know humans are very good artists, but no one's that good.
No.
No one's that good.
And also we have, of course, the effects the effect crop circles can have on people. I mean, how do you explain that? And it's not only people, it's also animals.
Animals as well.
And equipment, especially cameras and telephones. Yeah.
I think it's down to the energies that are released in the moment. So people will experience different things depending on timing.
And also personal. Some people can feel very happy in a circle, and the complete opposite can take place.
Yeah, people just want to get away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or being sick or whatever. Yeah.
I personally the one at Sutton-Venie, I just experienced peace.
Yes.
I mean, it helps that it's in the middle of nowhere and there's nothing you can hear, but
no, that was a very beautiful and peaceful one.
yeah,
Yes.
very nice indeed.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much to tell.
There is so
about the
much.
exhibition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is why we encourage you guys to come down, I guess, to the 25-year anniversary of, well, that event with the face.
Yes, the face and the message and the galaxy.
That's amazing. Yeah, the galaxy photo,
The
or
galaxy.
the galaxy message.
The galaxy is the big one over here.
Sure. Oh, it's the one that spirals out, isn't it?
It's this one. Yes,
Yeah.
it's this one.
So it's a
And
25-year anniversary of this
of this one.
circle.
And we are preparing now new boards. That's why we don't have the big board yet.
Sure.
Because of the event, we will do something extra.
So let us know, let the audience know what's going to be happening at this event.
Well, on the Friday afternoon, Friday the 17th of July, we start with an opening ceremony with sound balls and a lecture, and Captain Mingo, who is an expert on manifesting crop circles, a meditation to manifest a crop circle. There will be a brand new movie. We're hoping it will be ready, but we have
Brilliant.
another movie. And then there will be a night watch. We have Austin Lin, who is doing many night watches, and he will take people to a place where they will do a night watch. And then the following day, there will be lectures by crop circle researchers and people who are there actually at that time. And they have amazing stories. And then there is also a fair, there are workshops, there is tarot reading, there is astrology, there is sacred geometry workshops, all kind of things, lovely things to do. And then on a Sunday there will be lectures as well. Perfect. And a closing at the end of the day. I can't give all the names yet because...
Sure.
But there will be, for example, we will have Maria Wheatley, and she will talk about the circles of power. She is an expert on energy, a dowser. She is amazing.
Wonderful.
And there's Kathy Mingo, and then Lucy Pringle, which I told you
She's going to be there.
She's going to be there.
Oh,
She's gonna give a
awesome.
talk.
That's going to
Yes.
be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully Basti Taylor as well. He is one of the pioneer researchers who started back way then.
Yeah.
And he has some amazing stories as well. And
Wow, this is awesome.
And someone from the Netherlands, Klaas van Egmond, a professor from the Netherlands, and he has some amazing stories as well. So we have all kinds of people, hopefully. Oh, and the farmer who went into the crop circle, the very first to enter the big galaxy.
Right, wow,
And,
okay.
He will explain about that.
Yeah, oh, I can't wait. That's mind-boggling. Monique, thank you so much for all of this. I know you're tight on time. Is there anything else you want to add before?
No, I hope people will come for the event, and I hope they will visit the exhibition. There's so much to learn about crop circles that people are not aware of. And
Fantastic.
hope to see you then.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.